Heather and my twin daughters, Hannah and Chloe, here with me today. They're in the visitor section over there, as well as several of my students from Parkland High School. I want to give a big shout out. A big shout out to my home region too, and my home local Forsyth County. My home, and all of you for inviting me to your locals and your regions and your libraries and your auditoriums to come and talk to you, not just in the course of the campaign, but over the last 5 years that I've been your NEA director. My name is Tripp, and I'm a history and philosophy teacher here at Parkland High School in Winston-Salem, and the former president of the Forsyth County Association of Educators and your senior NEA director. You all know my story of being the first in my family to go to college, the son of a welder and the grandson of an illiterate sharecropper who at the end of his life wanted nothing more than to learn how to read, to have an education. It instilled something in me. We all know how difficult these last few years have been, and the hard work that we put in to deflecting the attacks against us, and it ain't over. I was thinking of a story from my teenage years to try to give me some comfort, and I thought of one. When I was a teenager in church, we worked on a mission project, and we were working on these dilapidated houses, trying to repair them. It's kind of like Habitat for Humanity, but you work with houses that already exist in very poor communities. We were in Lawrence County, South Carolina, and this whole week we were working with a woman who had a small house and was raising 2 daughters. Her name was Miss Mary. I'll never forget her as long as I live. Her home was falling apart. Her roof was leaking. Her walls were bending in. They needed paint. Her porch was sagging. They had an outhouse. We rebuilt the outhouse. We rebuilt the roof. We rebuilt the front porch. We did so much that week. But Miss Mary sat on the front porch that entire week while we were there, and she sang a song that I think she's learned in Sunday school, and it has stuck with me my entire life. She rocked in a chair and she sang, "It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, better get ready and bear this in mind. The Lord sure knows about that rainbow sign. Said it won't be the water, it'll be fire the next time." She sang it over and over and over, and it got stuck in my head. Why is she singing this rainbow song? One of the youth on our crew took pictures the whole week of the projection of the house, and at the end of the week on Friday took it to a 1-hour photo lab. You remember those? And brought them back, and we started flipping through the pictures, and we saw the house in its disrepair, and then how one thing was repaired, and another got better, and another, and we got to, and paint was applied, and we got to the very end of the pictures, and the last picture we saw, there was a rainbow projected across the house. Now, I know the scientific explanation for that, and the sun refracted off of the lens or whatever, but my heart also tells me that the universe was smiling on our work that week. NCAE, our house is in disrepair. The roof is leaking. The front porch sags. The walls are in desperate need of new paint. Our foundation is fine because we built on a rock, but it needs a lot of work. It needs all of us with our work clothes and our hammers to fix it. But I believe in my heart there will be a rainbow at the end of our efforts. Christy and I get the question everywhere we go, daily, why are you running? I'll be blunt. I am running to be the next Vice President of NCAE so that I am not the last Vice President of NCAE. Membership has been in decline in nearly all of your locals. We have continued to be under attack from lazy and crazy and stupid politicians who do not understand what we do every day with every child, and they don't understand that no other profession is possible without this profession. That's right. But I always believe that weeping only endures for a night because joy comes in the morning. And a rainbow is coming. But we have to work smart, and we have to work differently. I believe that we have to retool the office of Vice President to refocus on membership 100% all across this state and take less notes at the State Board of Education meetings. If that's what we need ask our candidates, what have you done and what are you willing to do? This is not a pageant, it is a war. It is a war waged on public education and the children that we love. We need someone who can not only give a good speech, but lead us into the breach. I can only speak for myself and my local, but when I was local president, we, as Forsyth County, with great reps and an executive board, increased 15% membership after the economy exploded. I know membership, and I want to bring those skills to NCAE. What am I willing to do? To show you how serious I am, I pledge to reinvest up to $25,000 of the compensation package dedicated to the Vice President instead to recruiting, retention, and reclaiming of our members all across the state. I will visit your locals, your regions. I will spend not 5 minutes giving a speech, but days talking to you and being a resource. So if we are serious about what we need to repair this house, we need someone not just with the stars in their eyes, but with the scars from the prize. If you think it is time to stop despairing and start repairing, if you think it is time to block out the clamor and pick up our hammer, if you think it is time to pull up our boots and get to the grassroots, if you think it is time to get out of our seats and take it to the streets, if you think it is time to stop singing the blues and put on your walking shoes, if you think it is time to stop mumbling about what we don't like and get up to the mic, if you think it is time for a tremor, if you think it is time for a trumpet, if you think it is time for a trophy, if you think it is time for a triumph, then maybe, just maybe, it's time for Tripp. Thank you.